Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Ducks will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Hawkeyes offense has the ball first today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anthony. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bridges. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Oregon's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Still running at the 35. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Off play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
Snagged out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
Pulls it in. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple weeks.
The Hawkeyes are on the move. Using his legs, it's Cruz. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Defense in press coverage. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You can clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the big fella running to glory. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Trying to do it on the ground. Creates a little room. Turning it on. Touchdown, Ducks! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
Lots of room to run. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Got room to work. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Hawkeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Cruz.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Going to swing it on second down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Dropping back, it's Dell. They're working that left side. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. The play action fake. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. They'll give it on the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Hart. Smashes ahead. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's Best. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Throws for the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. Makes his man miss. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air, it's Dell. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to... 3 yards on the play.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going... That's a big TFL for the defense.
And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And they're not on the same page there. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Dell. He tries to take the top off. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score in the season.
They'll bring it back from inside his 5, and they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The give out of the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field it close to the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Yates. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Now the play fake. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Fitted in the window for the score. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. And the Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The corners are walked up tight. He'll take the deep shot. Snatches it on the run. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he's knocked down.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Dell. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Great place to start for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Cruz. Bringing it back. And into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
Man, what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease. And then the wide receivers start to kick in. And the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Dances away. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Iowa has the ball back on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got his man across the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Iowa! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going.
Oh, they block it. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The screen, and watch out. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Ducks in the hurry-up. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to pass. It's Dell. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Turns it loose. Got him in the open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. They'll run play action. Got it on the outside. It's Yates.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
What a great play by the defense. When you talk about this running back, he's got a nose for the end zone. He just finds a way. You've seen that a couple times already early in this game, but defense wasn't having any of it that time.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. And the defense lending this, a helping hand with that penalty. It's 3rd and goal from close range. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's the handoff. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Iowa City has given us a fun first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Wisconsin is currently trailing, but if this young star powers a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Allen Amici and Ron Dane among the greats to play in Madison. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Syracuse. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
You know, as a quarterback in college football, if you just play one play at a time and do your job, the stats are going to come, the wins are going to come. Here we are late in the year. With that last completion, he's now surpassed 4,000 yards passing on the year.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Dell. Fires into the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Give to the running back. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's caught. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. And the Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Sets up the screen. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down, and you were obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on 3rd down. I like when you slip them in there to try to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Quick strike through the air for the score. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense, we always talk about offense, but man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
77, Iowa, 20.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. on offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. They'll run it on the counter. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
And the Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. They're setting up the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Now facing a 3rd and long. Gives it on the option. Jukes his way for more. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Hawkeyes are on the move. They'll give it to him again. This time, there is no running room to be found if this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
There he goes! Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. On the move, he fires. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Crosses to 35. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15.
Good enough for first down.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The give on the option. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Dell. Got his man. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Ducks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Going right to work up top. Might be looking to run.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Got the back over the middle.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit.
He's going to throw deep right side. Snags it inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Looking for the score. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. That's caught. It's DeLuca. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Dell. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run from the shotgun. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Welcome to a battle of top 25 ranked teams. Both sides off to a good start. The winner trying to strengthen their playoff resume. The loser may hear chants of overrated. Welcome, folks, to Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, the home of the Tulane Green Wave. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 17th ranked team, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Notre Dame will kick it off to get us underway. And here's the return from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Tulane's offense comes on the field.